sometimes something will, an image will obsess me. I don't know why, like this Penthesilea, this horrible tale of Penthesilea attacking Achilles, devouring him. I don't know why am I wanting to paint this? Well, I trying to get it off into the distance where it's not so vivid and bloody. This is just a blocking out of trying to arrive at a composition. Now, I was reading a book by Cormac McCarthy, The Blood Meridian, and a brutal thing as the Old West, and really a lot of brutality in it. And on the rifle butt of one of the chief killer in this thing, the judge, is inscribed "Et in Arcadia ego." Means I was in Arcadia too, or I too am in Arcadia. It's a painting by Poussin. You know the painting? It's like this. Some peasants standing around looking at this tomb. It says, the skull is saying, death is here too. In other words, it's an awakening to mortality. We're all immortal. These girls are immortal right now. At a certain time you realize that you too will die. It's just sort of a thing like that. For some reason, that painting struck me as a way to balance or contrast, I don't know what, to go with that Penthesilea thing. I said it in a post-apocalyptic time. The oil has run out. This is happening. The tanker is turned over. We're reverted to a barbaric time, as in that Blood Meridian story. I think it'll be the Old West all over again if our society collapses like that. So only this morning, so I don't know what this means. To say, I don't know why I wanted to paint Penthesilea in the first place. Just this morning when I was thinking of what to say to you guys, I wasn't even thinking of that. It just occurred to me what this might be, or one interpretation of it. Penthesilea could be a metaphor for the Muse, who has no concern for our well-being. We want our art, we have this compulsion, this obsession, addiction, whatever you want to call it, to make art. And we want, of course, to benefit by this. We'd like to be rich and famous and leave a legacy of immortality, great art, and be immortal. But the Muse is totally indifferent to that. What we actually do, we have not that much choice at. We do what we do. Well, I'm thinking, and the Muse can destroy us. I like that metaphor of the guy who walked the wire, Philip Petit. I think of that as a great work of art. Well, this guy risked everything for that. His life, his friends, everything for that hour of... And I'm thinking, the reason we don't achieve greatness maybe is because we don't have the courage to walk that wire, to go the whole route. Because we have a life to think about. We have people who love us and the people we love, and you reminded me of Charles Ives, who played it safe, was an insurance man. There's another, who's that other composer? Was a chemist. Anyway, and Somerset Maugham, he knew he didn't have this spark. He knew he wasn't walking that wire, but yet he still managed to create some great work, mostly about that lack he felt in himself. But in any case, the Muse can turn on us and destroy us. This is a love affair between Achilles and this Amazon, Penthesilea, the Amazon queen. And to make it short, you don't take an Amazon home back to your place. She takes you back to her place. Achilles misunderstood, and they were supposed to meet. He came unarmed. she found out that he was going to take her back home and take her away from, and it enraged her. So she felt she'd been betrayed. Okay, so she attacks him with her dogs, and that's a terrible thing. So, but this could be the metaphor for the muse, the obsession. It doesn't care whether we survive or not. So I paint this horrible image because I have to.
You don't take the muse back to your place. She takes you to her place.